Hello everyone, good morning. So can anyone confirm audible or not? Anyone have any questions so far? You can unmute and talk for 5 minutes. Anyone have any questions? Anyone have any questions? Hmm? Okay, day one to till today. Anyone have any questions? HTML, CSS, so far what we discussed. The next JavaScript, functions, variables. Next React, hello world program. No questions. Perfect. So our next level discussion is, yesterday we discussed like this box example, right? If I open this one, now see, there has 4 boxes loaded. That's our requirement, first requirement. Now the next level requirement is each and every box has their own number, not like always one. Okay, for here it's like 1, here it's like 2, here it's like 3, here it's like 4, like that. Got my point? Then how? Then how? See, I created one box component. That component I used like, okay, 4 times here. So the box code is this one. You return or you prepare the content only one time. You reuse that one how many times you want, that many times. So this is the box. If you want to keep the content inside the box means here only the place, right? This is only the right place. Okay. The div only the box. Okay. Inside the div, whatever you place, that is only the content. So if I place one, that is inside div. So it is looks like this. But I don't want always it's like one. Okay, I want first box 1, second box 2, third box 3, fourth box 4. Like that I want. Like that I want. Then how? Okay. Before discuss this particular concept in React, I want to discuss one concept in JavaScript. Okay, what is that concept? One of the variable data is like a object. See, where is a data type? Where is a data type? It's not representing the type of the data what my variable hold or not. Like Java, int a equals 10 in Java, int is a data type. It represents what my a holds the data or not. But in JavaScript, that kind of data types not there. Where let constant data types are there. These data types are not representing the data what my variable hold. Okay, which data my variable hold? It's not representing the data like that. It's not representing the data like that. Okay, it is tells something the behavior of the variable. So in this case, where is not required. Leave it. So a equals to 10. It is like a number data. Okay, a equals to string. It is like a string data. Okay, a equals to true. It is a boolean. Okay, a equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3. It is what? If you want to represent multiple values in a single variable, then you can go with what? Then you can go with what? Array or not? Yes or no? The next one. The next one. If you want to represent, if you want to tell something about one particle, 1 second. Yeah, back. So if you want to represent multiple values in a single variable, then you can go with what? Array. Okay. We have a separate discussion in future about the array, how we can insert the data, update the data, delete the data, all this stuff. We'll see later. Now, I want to tell something about one particle. Then that time how? See, if you want to tell something, if you want to hold some amount like this, you can hold it. One player name is there, you can hold like this. Okay, one student pass or fail, you hold like this the data. There is multiple students are there, you can hold the data like this. Multiple students roll numbers. I want to tell something about one student. Okay, his name is this one, his roll number is this one, his marks are like this, like this. If you want to tell something about one student, one particle, either it's a student or a player or a boss or whatever it is. If you want to tell something about one particle, then you can go with which data? Okay, how we can represent the data? By using an object format. So how my object is looks like, okay, A equals to open curly brace and closing curly brace like this. Open and closing. Okay, if you know Java, it's a kind of map method. The map, hash map is there, right? Okay, if you know Python, map. Okay, now this is my data representation if you want to tell something about the student. So here, can I put like the name is like student. The name can be, the variable name can be anything. Now, if there is nothing is there to tell about this particular student, it's like what? An empty object. It is like an empty object. There is no data, nothing. But now I want to insert some data in this particular object. I want to update the existing data. I want to delete the data which is not required for me. I want to retrieve the data which what it contains. So I want to perform those operations now. So if you want to represent something, okay, if you want to represent the data about one particle, then you can go with what? An object. So how my object is looks like? How my object is looks like? The variable name, okay, open curly brace and closing curly brace. Open and close. Okay, now at this moment, do we have any data in the object? Do we have data? Do we have data? No. At this moment, there is no data, nothing. Okay, if you have some data, that data we can say terminology wise what terminology wise we can say like a properties. Okay, if you have the data in the object, that data terminology wise what we can say? That data terminology wise what we can say? That data terminology wise we can say like an object. Yes or no? That data terminology wise we can say like an object. The next one is what? Okay, now tell me. Okay, the data terminology wise we can say like a properties, sorry, properties. So in this particular object, do we have any properties at this moment? How many properties are there? 0. There is no properties, nothing. Now my requirement is I want to insert the data in that particular object. I want to update the data in this particular object. I want to delete the existing data. I want to retrieve the data. I want to retrieve the data. I want to get the data from the object. Got the point? If you want to represent some data about one particle, then you can go with the object data representation. If there is no data, nothing. Okay, if it is looks like, okay, now we can say there is no data. If the data is there, terminology wise, I can say that data has a properties. At this moment, there is no properties, nothing. Now, what is property means? Property is a, okay, key value pair. Property is what? It's a key value pair. Property is nothing but it's a key value pair. Okay, so At this moment, there is no data, nothing in the object, in the OBJ. Okay, this OBJ I want to represent about Sachin. So I want to insert the data. That means I want to insert one property. Means I want to insert one key value pair or not. Agreed? If you want to insert the data means I want to insert one property. Property means key value pair. That means I want to insert one key value pair or not. I want to insert one key value pair or not. Agree with me? I want to insert one key value pair or not. Agreed? So if you want to insert the data, what mandatory inputs are required? If you want to insert the data in the object, what mandatory inputs are required? I need a key and I need a value. Yes, I have both. My key is like a name, the value is like a Sachin. If you have a key value, can I insert the data in the object? Can I insert the property in that object? How we can insert means there has two ways are there. One is like by using dot notation we can insert by using dot notation. Another one is like by using square bracket notation. Another one is like what? By using square bracket notation. So if you want to insert one property, property means key value pair. So you need the key value pair. Once you have the key value pair, I want to insert what? I want to insert what? How we can insert the data? By using dot notation, we can insert it. The next one is like by using square bracket notation, we can insert it or not. By using dot notation as well as by using square bracket notation. All okay? Okay, so let's start. Let's create an object first. Empty object. So player is equals to what? Player equals to no properties, nothing. There is no properties, nothing. So my player has 0 properties. My player has 0 properties. Now I want to insert the data. Which data? One property I want to insert means one key value pair I want to insert it. What is my key? Name is my key. What is my value? Sachin is my value. How many ways we can insert? Dot notation, square bracket notation. So can I go with the dot notation first? Okay, let's start. My player dot, which key you want me to insert? Name. Which value you want me to insert? Sachin. That's it. Done. Now, can you check the player? One property inserted or not? Now I want to insert one more property. Player dot is runs 20,000. Yes. Now there has one more property inserted or not? Now tell me, in this particular player object, how many properties are there by seeing this one? In this particular object, how many properties are there by seeing this one? 2 properties are there. Property is nothing but what? It's a key value pair. Okay, in the property, key to value, how we can differentiate? By using a colon. One property to another property, how we can differentiate? By using comma. One property to another property, how we can differentiate? By using comma. Okay, key to value, how we can differentiate? By using colon or not. Key to value, we can differentiate by using colon. Okay, one property to another property, we can differentiate by using comma or not. Done. Now you inserted the data. You inserted the data. Done. Now I want to insert one more property. Player dot. Okay, Sachin Tendulkar full name is equals to Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. Now see this? It gives me an error. Why? I said like 2 ways. One is like dot notation, another one is like square bracket notation. See, whenever you are trying to insert the property in the object, my property key has some spaces. If my property key has some spaces, then the time dot notation never work. Then another way is there. What is that? Another way is that. What is that? Another way by using square bracket notation or not. So how? Square bracket The key you can keep here, which should enclosed with a string format. Full name. Okay, what is the value? Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar. Done. Yes or no? Agreed? Now, player of location is equals to Mumbai. Mumbai. Now see this. Dot notation only works with the keys which are not having the spaces. But the square bracket notation is going to work with what? If the key is having the spaces, if the key not having the spaces, it's going to work for both or not. Agreed? Yes or no? Agreed with me? Okay. So this is the way we can insert the data. Now overall, how many properties are there? Overall, how many properties are there? Overall, how many properties are there? Total, these many properties are there. Name Sachin, runs, full name and location. Yes, done. 4 properties are there. Now, once my insertion is done, can I go with the updation? So how we can update the data, Okay, same syntax, you can use same insert syntax, same like insert. Same syntax you can use it. But the thing what while inserting the data, okay, I'm inserting like this. Player dot name equals to okay, Dhoni. Now see. If this statement, if I execute this statement, in the player, name key already there or not there? In the player, name key already there or not there? In the player, name key is there or not there? Come on. In the player, name key already there. If already name key is there, if already the name key is there, okay, now my operation is what it is not insert one more key. Okay, the previous value of the name key is going to update with Dhoni. Now it's a kind of what? Update operation or not? That means what? Insert and update syntactically both are like same. If name key already there, my operation is what? Update operation. If the name key is not there, my operation is what? Insert operation or not. If the name key is not there, my operation is what? Insert operation or not. Agree with me? Yes or no? So my insert and my update, okay, both are like same or not? My operations are like same or not? If the key already there, my operation is like a update operation. Key is not there, my operation is like insert operation or not. Okay, the syntax is like same. If key having the spaces, then you have to go with what? If the key having the spaces, then you have to go with what? Square bracket notation. If the key is not having the space, then you can go with the dot notation as well as square bracket notation also or not. Now this location I want to update like Mumbai. Then how? Okay, update like Ranchi. So player of LOC is equals to Ranchi. Okay, now see, in the player, LOC key there or not there? In the player, LOC key there or not there? In the player, LOC key is there or not there? Yes, there. If it is there, my operation is like insert operation or update operation? My operation is like update operation or not. Okay, so my player location is like Ranchi or not. That means, is it possible to insert the duplicate keys in the JSON object, in the object in JavaScript? Is it possible to insert the duplicate keys in the object? If you are trying to insert the duplicate keys, it is not insert one more key. okay, existing value for that particular key get updated or not. That means duplicate keys are not allowed in your object or not in JavaScript. Got my point? Yes or no? This is the way you can insert and update the data. So finally, my player contains how many properties? Finally, my player contains how many properties? 4 properties. Okay, the next operation is what? The next operation is what? Delete. Can we delete the data? So how we can delete? One property I want to delete. Name or runs or full name. This property I want to delete. This is not related to Dhoni. This is related to Sachin. I don't want. Then how? My player. Okay, which property you want me to delete? Runs. Runs having any space? No. So that dot notation works or square bracket notation works. So I want to delete. In JavaScript, there has one keyword is there, delete is the keyword. In JavaScript, there has one keyword is there, delete is the keyword. Whenever you use delete keyword from the player, okay, this runs property gets deleted. Now see this? Yes. Can I go with the player now? Deleted or not? Okay, I want to delete full name. So how we can delete the full name? Delete. Okay, player dot full name. Will it work? No. Dot notation never work with the keys which are having the spaces. Dot notation will never work with the keys which are having the spaces. Then you should have to go with what? Then we should have to go with what? Square bracket notation or not. So delete. Okay, what is that? From my player full name. Like this, you can delete it. Now, see my player. See my player working or not? This is the way you can delete the properties. This is the way you can delete the properties. So insert, update, and delete them. So finally, what? Delete is the keyword. Okay, your object and your property or and finally you have to retrieve the data. So this is my player. This is my player. I want Ranchi. I want Dhoni. Then how you know? Okay, from this particular object. Okay, if you want to retrieve the data, you can go with dot notation and square bracket notation. From that player, which property you want? Name property. Now see this, like this, you can retrieve the data. Okay, if you want to retrieve the data by using, okay, square bracket notation, yes. Okay, when you can go with the square bracket notation, if the keys having the spaces or not having the spaces. Okay, both you can go with the square bracket notation or not. All are agreed? Yes or no? So if you want to retrieve the data, okay, how we can retrieve? By using dot notation, comma, by using square bracket notation. So how we can? Obj dot your property. Okay, the next one is that obj of your property or not. Dot notation or either square bracket notation. Agree with me? All are good? All are okay? Yes or no? Okay, okay then. This is my player now. This is my player. Okay, one by one you can retrieve like that. If you want to get all the properties values, then the time how we can get it? First of all, tell me, if you want to retrieve the data from the object, what inputs are required to you? If you want to retrieve the data from the object, what inputs are required to you? One is like from which object you want me to retrieve. Another one is like which property you want me to retrieve. That means the key. So object is required, key is required, right? So how many keys are there in the player object? How many keys are there in the player object? How many keys are there? 2. So that can I get all the keys? So how we can get all the keys? You know, okay, there has one class is their object dot keys of player. Then the time you can get all the keys. Once you get all the keys, you can iterate it. Okay, first key when I get it, then the time from the player, you can get that. Okay, next key like that. At the time of OOPS concepts, you can get some more idea. Okay, that time we'll discuss. You can remember me. Okay. All are okay? Any questions so far? Okay, now you know how to insert the data, how to update the data, how to retrieve the data, how to delete the data or not. So the last part is like retrieve the data, right? That is required for my example. Okay, which example? Okay, this example. Okay, shall we come back to our box for example? Yes. So if you want to place the data in the box, if you want to place the data in the box, okay, there is no type. Okay, there is no data type for JavaScript. In JavaScript, there is no data type. If you want to mention the type, you can go with the TypeScript. Okay. Now come here. This is only the place if you want to keep the data in the box, but this is the right place, wrong data. Okay, now this is only the right place, but we have the data is like it is not right. It's like wrong data. Okay, now tell me how we can. Very simple. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me in this entire code where I can differentiate? This is my first box. This is my second box. This is my third box. This is my fourth box. Where you can exactly differentiate. This is my first box code. This is my second box code. Here not. Why? Because this is the common code for all, right? Line number 21 and 22 are not. Line number 21, the first, this one, if I take, this is what? This is what? This is what? My first box or not? Yes or no? This is my first box or not? Okay, how it is looks like syntactically, tell me. How it is looks like syntactically? Syntactically, how it is looks like? Open brace, closing brace, in between some content. It's a kind of element or not? It is a HTML or XML or next level. It is an element syntax or not? Yes or no? It is an element or not? Okay, if it is an element, if you want to tell something about your element, I want to tell this box is a first box. I want to tell something about your element. How we can tell something about your element? We already discussed this topic in HTML. If you want to tell something about your element, then you can go with what? If you want to tell something about your element, then you can go with what? If you want to tell something about your element, then you can go with what? Attributes or not? Attributes or not? What is an attribute? Where we can place the attribute? The attribute, it is always in the open tag. Here it is only the open, it is only the closing one. Always in the open tag is nothing but here. In which format? In which format? It's a key value pair format or not? How many attributes you can place? How many attributes you can place? Any number of attributes you can place it or not? Okay, one attribute to another attribute, how we can differentiate? How we can differentiate one attribute to another attribute? By using space or not. Okay, here differentiate by using space or not. Okay, syntactical and tell. Syntactical, yes or no? Okay, in the element, in the open tag, if you place some attributes like key value pairs, these attributes tell something about your box or not. First box, I want to tell something like this is my number one box. So the key is what? Key is what? Come on. Now I said like element. Now we can differentiate. Two kinds of elements are there. HTML predefined, XML user defined. Predefined elements are there. Who provided that elements? Those people only, right? Provided some attributes also. Image, it's a predefined element, HTML element or not. So HTML people only, right? Provided one of the attribute called as a source attribute. Yes or no? Yes or no? Anchor is there. It's a predefined. Okay. href is a attribute. Who provided? Who provided that href attribute? HTML people only, right? If it is a predefined one, attribute is also set by HTML people only. But my box is a predefined or user defined. My box is like a predefined element or user defined element. My box is like a predefined element or user defined element. Predefined is this box is coming from HTML. Is this box is coming from HTML? No, right? We created. Okay, that is user defined element or not. If it is like predefined element, predefined attributes are there. If it is user defined element, you decide. You are the user, which attributes you want. Okay, I want to tell like this is the number 1 box. Can I say my key is like a number? Can I say my value is like 1? Any problem? Any problem with this? Come on. If my element is user defined, then that time my attributes also user defined only. You can put whatever you want based on your requirement. Naming convention you can follow. Yes or no? Okay, like that. Okay, not only box 1. Can you tell this is like a box 2, box 3, box 4 like that? Yes or no? Okay, now number 1 is like, okay, number is like 1, number is like 2. This is what? Number is like 3, number is like 4. All are okay? Now by seeing this one, you can say this is number box. This attribute tells like what? This attribute tells like this box is a number 1 box. This attribute tells like what? This box is like number 2, number 3, number 4. But this box is like an element, okay? But in React, how we are going to use that? How we are using that element? How this element is works like in React? Now think in React. In React, this box is working like a normal element, user defined element. It's like a component or not? Yes or no? Okay, now think in React. That means you are passing this data. Now think in React. You are passing this data to which component? To which component? Come on. You are passing this data. Which data? Number 1 data. To which component? This data you are passing to which component? Box component or not? Yes or no? You are passing this data to which component? Box component or not? You are passing this data to which component? You are passing this data to which component? Box component or not? This data also box component. Let's go with the first one. You are passing which data? Listen carefully. The data format is what? Tell me. The data format is what? The data format is what? Key value pair data go to box component. Where is my box component? This is my box component or not? Now see, now it is like an element. Now if it is a box component definition, if you observe, it is looks like what? A function or not. So you are passing this data to the box means this data go to your function or not. So how one function hold the data which is coming from outside? How one function hold the data which is coming from outside? How one function hold the data which is coming from outside? I am passing the function 1020. How that function hold the data? By using parameters or not. Perfect. Now this key value pair data go to my box. So my box should hold that key value pair data or not? How we can hold? By using parameters, as you said. So the parameter name can be anything or not. But which kind of data it is holding? Key value pair data. So if the key value pairs data comes to my JavaScript function, so in JavaScript function, how we can hold the not only JavaScript function, in JavaScript, how we can hold the key value pair? Number is key, 1 is value. How we can hold the key value pairs? By using which data format? Object data format or not? So you are passing number and 1 as a key value pairs. That key value pairs data is coming to my function, okay, box component as a object format like this or not? Yes or no? Come on. How many attributes you can pass like that? How many attributes you can pass like that? How many attributes? How many attributes you can pass? Here in the box, how many attributes you can pass?
Only one.
Any number based on your requirement. In the object also, how many properties you can place?
Any number.
Any number.
Any number or not? In this case, how many attributes you are passing? In this one attribute. So that this one key value pair go to my box. In the box, we can hold the data which is coming from outside. So one variable is required. That variable can be anything. X. Which data it is holding? Key value pair data. Okay, in the JavaScript key value pair data, how we can hold it? By using an object format or not. Now tell me how we can get the one, how we can retrieve the data from object?
X.no.
X dot number or how many ways we can retrieve the data? X dot number or by using square bracket notation also or not. Agree with me? Okay, now can I check it? Okay, everywhere X dot number, X dot number, X dot number. Why you know? Okay, my JSX is the combination of what? My JSX is the combination of three things I said. What are those? Go on.
HTML,
HTML, come on. HTML,
XML, JavaScript.
and JavaScript. Perfect. Now come to my app component. This is the JSX, right? Here, div is what? HTML. Box is what? Box is what? XML. XML. Perfect. In this box component, if you observe here the whole thing, div is what? HTML. X is what? X is what? It's a JavaScript variable, right? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
It's a JavaScript variable, right? In your JSX, wherever the JavaScript code you are trying to render, now onwards, you should have to keep that JavaScript code in an expression like this to render that. In your JSX code, now onwards, wherever you see the JavaScript code, it's a number, it's a variable, a function, or some other, it's not a matter. Wherever the JavaScript code you see in the JSX, that JavaScript code should wrap with what? An expression or not to get the values. Now, can I refresh the page? Working? Yes or no? Now, you know this. X type is what? X type is what? Which type of data it is holding? Key value pair data, right? Key value pair data. Key value pair data, how we can hold? By using object or not. So can I give the naming convention wise proper name obj? But yes, you can put x, y, a, b, c, whatever you want, you can put it. But in React, the data which is coming from outside to my box component, now onwards, terminology wise, we can say like a props. So if it is, it's going to work, right? If it is like y, it is going to work. Obj, it is going to work. So terminology wise, can I use like one name called as a props now onwards? Okay, the data which is coming from outside to my component, okay, that data we can say like what? Props. All are okay? If the data is like a prop, can I give the same name only? If it is like A, B, C, anything you can give, then the time props also you can give, right? That's a variable name that can be anything. All are agree with me? Come on.
Yes.
Okay then. Now the thing is, here I want to pass one more attribute also. Possibility there or not there?
Yes.
Possibility there or not there? Yes. Okay, so attribute is nothing but what? Key value pair. The key can be what? Predefined any key na?
Any key.
Any key. Why? Because the box is like a user defined element or not. Okay, so here, okay, in my box, I want A1, B2, C3, D4, like that I want. So the first one, which character you want me to give? My character is what? A. Okay, now tell me how many key value pairs go to my box? How many key value pairs are going?
2.
2
value pairs. So whenever the data which is come to my function, how we can hold the data? By using a parameter. The parameter holds which kind of data? In this case, key value pair data or not. So key value pair data, how we can represent in JavaScript? As a object or not. What is the key?
NO.
N1's
Number.
Char.
What is the value? 1. Key to value, how we can differentiate? By using colon. One more property is what?
Char.
Yeah. What is the value?
A.
All okay. Okay. Now how we can get this A? How we can get this A?
Props dot.
Props dot.
Okay.
Props dot char.
Yeah. So how many ways we can retrieve the data? By using square bracket notation, by using dot
Dot
notation.
notation.
Agreed? So here, can I add like, okay, my char equals to B. Here, can I add like my char equals to C? Okay, here, like this, you can add it or not. Now, can I refresh the page? Working or not? Hello, okay. Like this, any number of props, you can pass it. Any questions so far? Any questions, anyone? Okay, the next level requirement, this kind of only. Okay, just I want the template looks like this. My template is, my name is Sachin. Sachin. I'm from Mumbai. Okay, my runs are 20,000. Okay. Same like that, I need one more player. My name is Dhoni. Okay, I'm from Ranchi. Same like this. Okay, runs are like 10,000. Okay, same, one more player. Like this I want. The template should be looks like this. So, can you prepare this template by using React? By using React, can you prepare this template? Shall we?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. So players.html, let's start. If you want to show or render some content to the end user, that content should be placed inside the body. Inside the body, I need a container. So can I take one container? So no.
Yes.
Next. In this container, I want to place the content. How we can prepare the content in React? By using components. Perfect. Who can recognize this one like a component? Which library?
React.
React library or perfect. React library. Component for what? To prepare the content. You want me to keep that content with me?
No.
No. You should have to do it. Whatever the code you use to prepare the content in component, we can say that content is what? That code is what? JSX. JSX stands for
JavaScript and
so JSX code you want me to leave or you want me to compile?
compile.
You should have to compile. Who can compile? Is my browser can do it or some
Babel.
Babel.
Release the library. So once my Babel library loaded, okay, it means it is going to compile the code? No.
Yes.
Inside the
Yeah.
script, by default, okay, my JavaScript compiler is going to compile the code. Okay, but now onwards, I want to compile with what? Babel or I'm ready with the compiled content. Now, can I place inside the container? Who can place or who can render the content inside the container?
React DOM.
React DOM. So that can I get the React DOM library? Yes. Okay, how we can get the container reference? In my React DOM, which method is there? Create. Root is the method. It is expecting what? Your container reference or not. What is my container reference?
Root.
Element by ID. Now you can get what? Root. Root means your container reference. Once you have the container reference, can I render that content? How we can render? Root dot render. What do you want me to render?
App.
App or not? Done. My component ready or not? Okay, so my requirement is not this one. So my requirement is what? I want to place, okay, this content or not. Okay, one by one you can. Okay, this is okay. So can I add this H1 here also? Can I add this H1 here also? Can I close this one? Yes. Can I close? Here also we can. This is. Now can I refresh the page? Yes. My requirement satisfied or not? My requirement satisfied.
Yeah.
Okay. My name is Sachin. I'm from Mumbai. Runs are like 20,000. They asked like, my name is Sachin is okay. Here I required. They said I am from Mumbai. Then how many places you need to do the change? How many places you need to do the change?
3 places you need
3
to change.
places.
You need to do the change or not? If you observe this particular content, my name is okay. I'm from Ransar. This text at least okay. 60% code is like duplicate code only or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Writing the duplicate code is not a recommended one. Then how?
We need to write only one line. In place of Sachin Mumbai 20,000, we need to pass as an object.
First of all, which content you want me to repeat or you want me to use multiple places? With that content, can you prepare the component first?
Yes.
Yes or no? Okay, how we can create the component? You know, right? Okay, this one we not discussed. Sorry. Okay, that is arrow function. We'll discuss later. Normal function we can use it. Okay. Arrow function we'll discuss later. Okay, done. Okay, can I create a new one more component? How we can create the component?
Function.
Function.
Player.
Player. Perfect. Okay, which content you want me to prepare? This content, right? So
Okay.
can you prepare the content? Can you return that content?
Yes.
So here, can I use my player component?
Yes.
Can I use my player component? Can I use my player component like this?
Yes.
Now see this? All are like such and so on. Now
Need to pass attributes.
you need to pass the data or not. Here, Sachin and Mumbai 20,000 should not be hard-coded values or not. So can I pass which attribute? Come on.
Name.
Okay. That can be key, can be anything or not. Key
Anything.
can be anything. So name,
Place.
the next one, location, the next one,
Runs.
20,000. Done.
Done.
So how many attributes? How many? These keys can be anything. How many attributes? That means how many key value pairs you are passing to my player component?
3. Yeah.
So any data, that means you are passing means that is comes to here or not. Any data which is coming from outside to function, how we can hold it? By using parameters or not. Okay, which key you want, which name you want me to use? Naming convention wise. Any name you can use, but naming convention wise, props. My props is holding which data? Key value pair data or not? If it is a key value pair in JavaScript, okay, how we can say, how we can hold the key value pairs in JavaScript? By using an object or not. So my props exactly looks like this, or my key is this one, and my location is like Mumbai, and my runs are like what, 20,000 or not? Agreed? Yes or no? It is looks like this or not? Color okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now here, what do you have to do?
Props dot
L. Okay. Here, what do you have to do?
Props dot L.
Okay. Here, you what do you have to do?
Props dot R.
Props dot R. Can I write like this? Okay. Now here, same keys you want me to use. Can I change the key here? You said like any key you can use, right? Okay. Can I use like this? Will
No.
it work? It will never work. Why? Why it's not work? Can anyone justify?
We have declared it as N, L, and R.
Yeah. See, now this data go to where now? This data go to where now? Come on. This data go to where? Which component?
Player component.
Player component only, right? So this data hold by whom now? Hold by whom? Player props variable or not? So my props, how it looks like? Key value pairs only. Looks like what? Name is a key, right? The next key is what? Location is a key, right? The next key is what? Runs is a key or not? Now tell me, already you written the code. Okay, props dot what? Name N.
N.
N. Now inside the props, N, he is looking for N key. N key is there or not there?
No.
Not there.
Not there. Okay, you are looking for one variable that is not initialized. Then that what is the default value? Undefined.
Undefined.
So my props dot N is undefined, L is undefined, R is like undefined. That's the reason while passing the data, okay, to the component, make sure the keys you have to keep in your mind or not, which keys they are using, okay, which keys they are using for retrieve the data, that keys only, right? You have to use to pass the data, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, here also, here, but Kohli and Delhi, and this is like 9,000. Now can you come here? Can I refresh the page? Working or not? Okay, all are okay? But
Yes.
now I want to discuss like one more way. The same code only I'm going to write again. Now here, players, second one. Okay, now see, this is my player data, right?
Yes.
Can I render the player like this? Any problem to you? Any problem?
No.
No.
No problem, right? No problem, right? Now, here I pass the data. This is my player. Okay, this is my data. I can pass it. This is my data. I can pass it. So, how many properties you are passing?
3.
3.
Okay, you're supposed to pass like 3, but here as an attribute, how many you pass?
2.
2 only.
Values or not? Okay, one more value also required or not? One more
Yes.
value also required. So, how other way, is there any other way is there to pass the data? Means yes, there you can pass as a children. See this, open tag, closing tag, in between we can say attributes, open tag and closing tag, whatever we have, that is like a children to my open tag or not. That is nothing but what? Okay, inside this content, it is like a children for this particular player or not. Agreed? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, any tag you can take, the syntax, how it looks like, div open, div close. Inside this div, for example, span is there. What is my span? Can I say my span is what? Children
Child of
div or not? Yes or no? Here, one key value pair is there. Here, key value pair is there. This is what? Attributes or not? This is my full-fledged element syntax or not? Agreed?
Yes.
My element, okay, key value pairs and what? Children also. Possibility there or not there? Possibility is there. Now tell me. This data and this data, you know. Okay, this key value pair, go to where? Go to where? Players component. Okay, hold with which variable? Props
Props.
variable. What is my key? My key is Sachin. Okay, my key is like N, value is like Sachin. My key is like L, and my value is like Mumbai or
Mumbai.
yes. But here we have value. What is my value? Tell me. What is my value? This data also
20,000.
value is what? 20,000. Key is there or not there?
Not there.
Not there.
Then which key you want me to use? You know, there has a predefined key is there. Whatever the values you pass, 1 value, 100 values, it is not a matter. All the values like a children's only, right? So the predefined key is what, you know, children. What is my predefined key? Children. Now tell me, Sachin, how we can get it?
Props.n.
Not N. Mumbai, how we can get it?
Props.l.
Props.L. 20,000, how we can get it? How we can get it?
Props.children.
Props.children or not. Children is the predefined key. Props.children. That's it. All are agreed with me? Okay. Now, can you take remaining this one? Okay. Can I take this one also? Yes. Okay. Now, okay, here, can I pass the 10,000 here as a runs? Okay, can I pass 13,000 like runs? Now, can I run this one? Yes. Is it working or not working? Working or not working? Other-
Mark,
Now my question is, listen carefully. When we can pass the data to the component? That is my question. Okay, this is my component. When we can pass the data to the component? This is my component. When we can pass the data to the component? When? Answer. When we can pass the data to the component? While loading or not? Yes or no? Okay, how you can load that component? Tell me. Like this, yes or no? Or like this. When we can pass the data to the component while loading or not? See, this box is there, you pass the data when while loading only, right? Players is there, when you pass the data to the component while loading only, right? Players 2 is there, while loading only or not? All are okay? Next question. How many ways okay, we can pass the data to the component while loading? Tell me, how many ways? How many ways? One is like as an attribute format. Another one is what? As a children or not? As an attribute, you know, right? Yes, sir. As an attribute, how? N equals to something. L equals to something. The next one is what? As a attribute format. Not only that one, as a children also we can pass it or not? Here. All agree with me? Okay. So my question is, when we can pass the data to the component? What's your answer? When we can pass the data to the component at this moment? When we can pass the data to the component? Why? Loading. Why loading means as an element format where we can see this is called as a loading or not. How many ways we can pass the data to the component while loading? While loading, how many ways we can pass the data to the component?
yes,
2 ways or not? One is what?
an attribute form
An attribute format like this. Another one is what?
as a child.
As a children also or not? If it is like an attribute format, yes, we can hold the attribute key value pairs directly. If it is like a children, by using which key we can hold that children data?
Children.
Children only the key or not? Children only the key or not?
So, here we can send only one children, right?
Okay, here any number of values you can pass it, but everything they taken like only one value.
Okay.
Okay. All agree with me?
Yes.
Okay, then we'll see the many things in the next class. So office people, okay, working people, you can drop. What about remaining people? Yesterday I given some assignment, right? Did you complete it or not? Did you complete or not complete? Who want to put some experience? Children can be anything. I asked you to complete some assignments, write the notes for JavaScript topics. Did you complete or not complete? Okay, let me upload this one. The file.
Sir, how can I get this note, sir, from the portal?
Second.
How can I get these notes from the portal? Is there any link or this notes, whatever you are uploading?
Okay, these you are asking about these programs and everything.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these programs I'm uploading in uijavakit.com website. From there you can get it. Okay, I will show you.
Okay. Sir.
Yeah, so I uploaded. Okay, you can you go to this website uijavakit.com. Paste it in short, just check it. Go to this website. Are you able to open?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
open. Click on the React.
Yeah, clicked.
Okay. At last you can find one today class link.
Ah, sir, yeah, I
Okay.
found it.
Yeah, click on that link. Okay, you can see one zip file downloaded in the downloads folder. You can extract that one. You can see day 1 to till today, whatever the programs we discussed, everything you can see there.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you can see all HTML, and so far whatever the React topics we covered, and the content also you can see here, the total content what we are going to cover as part of this course.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions anyone, remaining people? Tomorrow no class. Okay, remaining people. Just prepare HTML, CSS, so far JavaScript topics what we covered, and React programs day 1 to till today what we discussed. Just practice this.
Sir,
Yeah, go ahead.
if we miss to download these today's class for last 2
No,
days.
no problem. No problem. Okay, day 1 to till today. Okay, today you downloaded means day 1 to till today, everything you can see in that folder.
Okay, okay, fine. Yeah. I will check it. Thank you.
Sir, every time we need to make new HTML and then add the CDN links, or do we have,
No,
or we are going to do
No,
some
initial-
another way once we go in the
Yeah,
class?
initial days, 20 days like this only we are going to practice. We are going to discuss. After that, we are going to create an application. Then that time, no need to download no need to download the libraries manually. We have Node Package Manager or ARM or NVM. Okay, like this, different commands are there to get the libraries. Okay, that is next.
Okay.
For now, okay, initial days we are going to follow this approach.
Okay, okay, yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Okay then. Okay, then we'll see remaining things in tomorrow's class. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining. Bye.
Sir, tomorrow Sunday is a regular class or a repeat class?
Okay, tomorrow there is no class. Tomorrow there is no class. Regular or repeat class, no. Okay, Monday onwards we are going to continue. Okay, tomorrow.
Okay, okay.
From Monday.
Yeah, thanks.